Hello, hello, and hope everything's going good with everyone for the new year start. Let's hope and pray for good energy, good outcomes, blessings, and for anyone in need in this crazy world, for things to to work out and lead to happy outcomes for everything. So I just wanted to come on here today and just share some thoughts for the new year. I don't usually make any New Year's resolutions. I don't know why. I don't know if I ever did, but I guess maybe I don't want to really say what I feel I'll do, and because you never get if you get disappointed if it doesn't work out, but that's part of life. But at the same time, I guess I just rather just try to be hopeful in some way without making something specific, so when something does transpire in regards to like my career or personal, it's just like a blessing just to be happy with it. But I wanted to sort of recap about the work I was doing with the small pieces of work on paper, acrylic on paper, and I just wanted to sort of give like a still images explaining how or what I was thinking at the time that I was working on it. So just before the holidays, I wanted to make a lot of small works on paper, and just to give as gifts. I did have them framed, like the frames I got from an art supply store, and they worked really well with it, I thought. I'll show you an example. This is what one of them turned out looking like. So can you see that? Oh, there's some light there. Let's see if you can see that a little better. There's some reflections, I think. But I thought the frame worked really well with the work. The pieces I was working on had a bit of white border. The reason this one doesn't have it is because I forgot to cut it smaller to fit the shape of the inside of the frame. So this ended up with no border, this one, but most of them have a border, something like this. I think I'd showed before. Let's see. This is an example of one of the ones that I was working on. And yeah, so this is how they turned out in the frame, and I really like what was going on. So, but today I just wanted to focus on showing the stills, and I think these pieces are actually going to inspire me to make larger versions and possibly on canvas. So these are acrylic with acrylic paint with Posca markers, I'm using the black Posca markers, and I'm just liking the way the patterns and the coloring is coming through on it. So basically the one that I want to show that's a still, the way it started out, I usually start out by, of course, cutting for the shape. I have paper that's similar size, but just slightly too large to fit the 5x7 frame. So I have to cut it, and then I'm outline to keep a bit of white around to have sort of make it simulate some sort of a mat. And then I painted red as the background, and then after that I would apply some paint. Like I'm using these tropical, here's one of them that I had to cut down, but so these are the types of colors I was using. These tropical turquoise and pinks in between. Put that down there. But with this still image, I'm going to show you what I was thinking. So I just basically just get the colors down where I'm just intuitively putting colors everywhere, and just to also make it sort of have some sort of a balance, I'll just try to figure out where I want to put the color. So for this example, first of all, this is an example here I'm going to show you of, there were quite a few that I was working on at the same time, and I just that just helps to just keep them all of a similar theme and style, I guess, when you work on I guess a series, you could say. I don't know how many I ended up making. Could have been like close to 20 pieces, I think, maybe. but I'm really liking, you know, this is also an introduction if when someone's wanting to start off collecting work, to start off with a small piece. It's a good idea, and you know, work your way up to getting, the collector can work their way up to getting larger pieces, but an introductory to an artist's work is a small piece. So that's, you know, it's a good idea for artists to go in that direction, just to sort of introduce their work and start with the pricing, smaller pricing. It makes it a little easier for collectors to start when they're first beginning, especially. So, but anyway, I did for this, these pieces that I was looking to give as gifts for the holidays. I started off with like doing like a whole bunch of them, and I started off with putting the colors where I thought that they worked. So this is an example of the plain color, and then what I would go in and do after I start with the Posca markers, putting patterns, and I would just follow the shape of the color that was put down, and just try to get like fill it with different patterns, not too much. And then I'd go in, and this is another example, I'd go in and put in even more of the thicker Posca marker, just to give more of a, you know, more character and more contrast with the black. And just, you know, just do a lot of different swirls and shapes. And you know, when you're working intuitively, like I said before in one of my previous videos, like you just don't know what's going to come through, and that's what's so exciting, and it's just so creative. What comes through with your energy, you don't even realize it, and sometimes you don't realize it till after, because you know, someone might point out to you, oh, you know, whatever they're seeing that's coming through, and it's really, it's just really, how do I say, exciting for sure, and just the wonder of it all when you look back to see the stages, because this is what I'm trying to show you, the stages of how the work progresses from nothing, and then you putting the colors and then the patterns, and then the resulting with the rest of the lines and shapes. And then I do end up covering over some of the line work with more paint, just to have a more of a balance, and make it more like see more contrast with the black as well. But I have to go back over with the acrylic paint, just because it just, I feel it gives it more of a blending look to it. And the final work, what I ended up coming up with this particular piece. So going back a little, because I made like at least 20 pieces, I didn't really give it a specific name. I just decided this time I'd identify these pieces with a number. So for example, like it started off with like S1 dash and then the year. So I ended up doing like, then the next one was like S2 dash the year. It's just easier because I made so many similar but still unique pieces. So the final piece I ended up, you know, putting in the frame, and I definitely like the results of all of them. So again, I'll show you this is an example of one of them, but imagine it with the white space around it, because that's how most of them were. And then I forgot to cut the size down of what I was actually initially using. Yeah, so that was basically what I just wanted to comment on and share today. And you know, if you get some sort of inspiration from this, or some, you know, ideas, that would be great. If you'd like to subscribe and follow, that'd be even more amazing. Going on throughout the rest of this year, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna be submitting, of course, to some shows, and looking to participate more with whatever comes across my sphere. And I just just hope for things to go well for everyone. And just you know, working away, working on more ideas. I definitely want to, you know, I see this potentially, I have to see how it translates to the canvas, because you know, working on paper is like a smoother surface, right? So I just have to see how it translates and see if I can. It's not easy going from small versions to like large. It's kind of tricky to translate that. So I'm gonna have to do some more experimenting. But I'd like to see this idea on a larger scale. I'm just looking at this piece back here. This is actually on Masonite, this piece. It's like 24 by 48 inches. And, you know, love the pop with the pink and the yellow. It's just really inspiring, those colors. I just, you know, I'm just attracted to that pop of color. And, yeah, just gonna just keep doing, you know, working away and looking for opportunities, and you know, sharing what I can to, you know, other artists and anyone else who's you know, interested in hearing what I'm trying to share here. So I just wanted to wish everyone all the best, and till next time.